we're talking about financial freedom. If that's your goal, make sure you click on the follow button, welcoming everyone, tap out the live, share out the live. And today we're going to be talking about ETF or real estate. And of course, we're going to be talking about smart investing. And if you are just meeting me, I'm Dr. Lina. I'm a doctor of business and technology, helping professionals turn their income into real wealth. My day job, I'm a vice president of technology, also a professor teaching AI, cybersecurity, deep learning, and information management system. Emmanuel, NC, King, Silvito, welcoming everyone. How are you all doing today? Happy Wednesday. It's called the UMS Day. I don't know why it's called that. If anybody knows the reason why the Wednesday is called the UMS Day, right? All I know is just a half in between the week, right? We started the week on the Monday and on Wednesday, right? It's just right in between. Joak, welcome in. Buddy, how are you doing? We know what to do. Let's tap out the life. Let's get it to 5,000. Today, we're going to be talking about the four pillars of wealth creation, the wealth, four pillars of wealth building, right? And that's what we're going to talk about. We started this on Monday. We started it. It starts with your income and all the way to financial freedom. So it tells you something. There's a gap between income and financial freedom. So if all that you're chasing is you want to get financial freedom and all that you focus on is income, then you're not building wealth. To build wealth, there's so many other steps that is required. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. How are you all doing? Welcome, Kojo. How are you doing? Let's share the life. Let's tap out the life. And today, you probably have heard this. Go to school. Go to school. Excuse me. Yeah. Go to school, get a job, right? Go to school, study hard, get a job, and life is going to be beautiful. But then, how is that sounding? How does that? How is that working out? Oh, hey, Foster Frost, how are you doing? Box Bunny, Young Kenny, welcome in. We know what we need to do. Let's tap out the life. You've heard this before. Go to school, right? If you've heard that before, put it in the comment. Go to school, study hard, get a good job, and life is going to be beautiful. Thank you so much for the repost. If you've heard that before, put it in the comment, right? But how is that looking like? It just tells you something. A lot of us, we followed exactly that template. We followed that to a letter. Like somebody like me, went to school, right? Became an economist, a chartered accountant, got a doctorate degree, right? And of course, got a good job or even rose to the position of a vice president. But guess what? I struggled in terms of building wealth because guess what? I was saving money. And until I stopped saving and I started investing, that was when I got to the status called financial freedom, got to the status, what is called millionaire as of today in dollars, right? That is when I got there. So it tells you something. If your goal is to become financially free, if you're trading your time for money, right? Financial freedom is ability to live life at your own time. Thank you so much, Foster Frost, for sharing out the life and everyone tapping up the life. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much. We're going to get the class started. If you're new here, welcome in. I'm Dr. Lina. I'm a doctor of business and technology. I'm an economist, a chartered accountant, also a doctor of business. Namuel Peter, latest millionaire in town. Just me and you. Thank you so much for getting your daily at me. Let's keep tapping out the life. I'm a doctor of business, and of course, I'm an economist, a chartered accountant, and of course, I'm a vice president of technology, also a professor teaching AI, cybersecurity, deep learning, and information management system. But what qualifies me to actually tell you all this that I'm just sharing exactly what has worked for me, right? Being in corporate world for close to 2 decades, right? And investing for close to 2 decades. I will tell you, yes, definitely my income was a very key factor. This is my wealth builder. This is my wealth tool. It starts from here, but then there's so many other steps that we need to follow before we can build wealth, right? Before you can gain financial freedom. And I will quickly touch it while we keep tapping out the light to 5,000 taps. Because today we are going to go to this level number. This is step number 1. Step number 2, we talked about that already. We are going here today, but I will do a quick recap. If you are new here, drop 1 in the comment. I am new, drop 1 in the comment. And we know what we do here differently. If you are new here, stay 2 minutes. If it looks like what you are looking for, click on the follow button. Another thing is that tap out the live. Rashid, welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, you wait 2 minutes. If you stay 2 minutes, it looks like what you are looking for. click on that follow button. That's the first step. Number two is for you to tap out the live. Number three is for you to share out the live. Tap out the live, just tap the screen. That's what it takes. Number three is share out the live, meaning, press my forehead on the screen and of course share. The other thing is that repost. If you have like following, that would be great. If you repost, that means you care for others to come and learn. Then number four is get your pen and paper ready, okay? Get your pen and paper ready because you are about to get something that you were not taught in school, right? Because this is what you're not taught. You were taught this, how to get an income, but you were not taught all of this to gain financial freedom. That's why a lot of people live paycheck to paycheck, because there's a huge gap between your income and your financial freedom. That's why a lot of people are financially stuck. All right. So one of the things I want to tell you, one of the things I want to talk about today, just a quick recap for those that are just joining today. While we are getting the tap, when we're tapping into 5,000 taps, if you're new here, click on that follow button. You've stayed 2 minutes, click on the follow button. And if you're new here, make sure you, get your pen and paper ready. And of course, it's going to be an engaging session, right? So it's going to be two-way session whereby I'll ask questions, you're going to respond, and you can ask me question at any time. So now, the first thing first is that understand that your income does not equal wealth. Understand your income doesn't equal wealth. A lot of time this is the mistake people make, right? And what do you mean? And you're wondering, okay, what does this mean, right? Income. And a lot of time people also make the same mistake. They will say wealth is equals to money. Wealth does not equal to money. This is another mistake, right? And another thing is that wealth does not give you financial freedom. What do I mean by this? If you are trading your time for money, you're not financially free. All right? And you're trading your time for money, you are not financially free. Yeah, Delu, Mr. Foster Frost, you are not a joke. Tom, you're not building financial freedom. If you want to build financial freedom, there are additional steps to it. As a matter of fact, when we talk about wealth, there are different types of wealth. A lot of times, when you hear wealth, what comes to mind to you? When you hear the word wealth, right? What comes to you? You probably think money, right? Money, investment. That's what the first thing that comes to mind. Investments, money. That's the first thing that comes to mind when you hear wealth, right? Money, right? But what if I tell you money? Okay, Debs, gems, yes, freedom, yes. So it tells you something. Wealth is money. Debs, gems, I love that. I love that. And that is why they're different. Wealth is way more than money, right? Like Deb Gems said, right? There is something called time wealth. There is money wealth. There is time wealth. Time wealth is AKA freedom. A lot of time people would trade this for this. So if you trade this for this, guess what? You're not. It means that you're losing one type of wealth for the other. And this is what a lot of us, just imagine walking from age 20 to 65, which is what they've taught a lot of us. Walk from age 20 to 65. That's that's the average work time. Working number of years. Age 20, you work 45 years, right? And that simply means that you've traded your time or your life for money. That's basically what you have done. So it tells you lose. Arab latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. All right. So it tells you the second type of wealth. One is money. One is time. Freedom. Ability to control your time. Living life at your own terms. Right. That is freedom. Another type, if you're new here, welcome in. Make sure you click on that follow button if you have not done that. Another type of wealth, Deb Gems, latest millionaire in town. Arab, latest millionaire in town. Arab, welcome in, guys. Now, let's see. Then there's another type of wealth, right? There's another type of wealth, which a lot of people, if you are not careful, Rashid, latest millionaire in town. Another type of wealth that people also miss again is they trade it for money. because it impacts their time, right? It is called health. Health wealth. Remember, there's something called health is wealth, right? Your health is wealth. So if your health fails, every other thing fails. Health is wealth. So you'd have probably, if wealth is just about money, have you had a situation where they would say, oh, this multi-millionaire or a multi-billionaire ended it all? That is mental health, right? Something they have thought about it, they thought about everything, and there was no reason. The money was not wealth for them. And because of their health, right? Which is part of, mental health is part of health, right? Mental health is part of health. So because of that, they've lost that part. So if you can already understand, that explains that if money equals wealth, then in that situation, how do you explain that? So a lot of times people would trade their time for money for this, and then for the money wealth, and then they trade it impacts their health because they're spending longer hours, right? And this is impacting just because of money. They're trading these two, and it's just for money. Okay. Then number four, there's something called the social wealth. Your network is your net worth. Your network is your network. Let's share the life. Let's step out the life. Let's share the life. Let's share the life. If you're new here, click on that follow button. If you have not got your daily at me, get your daily at me. Welcome in, everyone. We're talking about the 4 pillars of wealth creation. And right now we're talking about income does not, know that your wealth does not equal money. There are 5 types of wealth so far. And lastly, which a lot of people take for granted, is their peace wealth. Peace wealth, when you talk about, do you have your emergency fund? Do you have your insurance in place? Do you have your social, do you have your, what's it called, living trust in place? Do you have LLC, or do you have your corporation to protect you? You have built that wealth, right? Do you have all of those things in place? Citizen, latest millionaire in town. Welcome into the $1 Million League. This is the $1 Million League. This is the community of millionaires, people that are aspiring to become millionaires in dollars, and those that are already millionaires trying to aspire to become, those that are already millionaires aspiring to become multi-millionaires, and those that are already they're not yet millionaires but they're aspiring to be one, right? If your goal is to end the paycheck to paycheck cycle, build wealth, right? All of this type of wealth, then you are in the right place, because we are not just chasing money. We are chasing, our goal is financial freedom. Money is just the tool. Money is not the goal. The goal is this ability, because if you are chasing money only and you are trading this off, and of course you don't have this in place, right? You're losing 3 types of wealth over money, over just one. And this is the case with a lot of people. So understand that wealth, it does not equal money. Another thing that I also this is another myth I also want to tell you. Income does not equal wealth. If income equals wealth, then you will have the hard workers, people that are working double shift, three shifts. They will be the multi-millionaires of this world. They will be the wealthiest people in this world. But guess what? How many employees do you find on the list of multi-millionaires and billionaires? 0%, right? 0. That doesn't mean that we don't have any. But in the scale of the numbers of multi-millionaires and billionaires, that percentage of employees in that position is still less than 1%, meaning 0.00%. So what do we have in that category? We will have people like investors. We'll have people that are CEO. We have people that are investors. We'll have people that are business owner, entrepreneurs. We'll have people that people in sports, okay, athletes. You would find them in there, like 3% of them, but mostly investors, entrepreneurs, people that own their companies and all of that. Those are people that you would find in the category of the multimillionaires. So it tells you something. Your income does not equal wealth. As a matter of fact, Lino, latest millionaire in town, Welcome in. Let's share out the live. Let's share out the. Let's prioritize sharing. Press my forehead on the screen. Let's share. Let's tap out the live. Welcome in, everyone. If you're just meeting me, I'm Dr. Lina. I'm not Dr. Alias. I'm actually a doctor of business. I have my doctorate degree in strategic business and information management system. I am a vice president of technology, which is my day job, and also a professor teaching AI, cybersecurity, and deep learning and information management system. And you're wondering, how come she's talking about all of this? That's because my bachelor's is in economics and I'm also a chartered accountant. But beyond that, I have been investing for close to 2 decades because I've been investing in the since I have been in corporate world, right? I have been in corporate world for close to about 2 decades as well as a vice president of technology, right? I've been in that and I've been investing since that time, right? And that's exactly what I'm teaching. I own and manage double-digit real estate portfolio. So obviously, for me to get to this financial freedom status, to get to this $1 million status, there are definitely so many steps that was required, because initially what I was doing with all of this income was what I was saving my money on until I started investing, right? Investing in this. That is when I gained financial freedom, right? This is the $1 million league, community of millionaires, those that aspiring to become one. You might be a trailblazer. Maybe there's never been a millionaire in your family, right? There might never be a billionaire in your family, but you want to be the first. Then you are in the right place, okay? Because income does not equal wealth. Income does not automatically give you financial freedom. There's so many steps to get into that financial freedom, and that's exactly what we're teaching. The 4 pillars of wealth creation. So I'm doing a recap because we started this on Monday. So get your pen and paper. If you missed Monday and Tuesday, we'll do a quick recap and then we'll go to the step for today. All right? And it's all about smart investing. So if you are new here, click on the follow button. You'll be seated here 2 minutes. Click on the follow button. That's what we do differently here. Click on the follow button. Stay 2 minutes. It looks like what you're looking for. Click on the follow button. Tap out the live like Joak is doing. Share out the live, okay? Invite your friends over. It shows that you care for others. Just tap out the live all the way, right? Just like Ibo Zazi, latest millionaire in town. That's exactly how you don't know how to click on the follow button. There's a plus sign in front of your name. Just click on that and you'll be able to join us, right? So that we can teach all those things and you'll learn it all the way. Noah, latest millionaire in town. And you might be wondering, why am I saying make latest millionaire in town? Even though you don't look at like it. Moses, Noah, Joseph, Moses. That is absolutely beautiful. Yes, that's because I am a Jesus baby, okay? So I make him proud, right? And I have a bigger man upstairs. So whenever I say that, I am prophesying it and saying, okay, this is the candidate saying that I want to be a millionaire. And because I believe there's power of life and death in the tongue. That's number one. However, God has also said he will bless the works of our hands. So please get your pen and paper ready and make sure you take all the notes, and not just take the notes, execute, because that is the part that God is in your hands, because now you're going to be empowered, you'll be educated, you'll get the information you need. All you have to do is execute. And as a matter of fact, this is not get rich quick scheme, okay? So this is about generational wealth building. This is about moderate risk investing. Google who Warren Buffett is and you would understand what we do here. So we don't do high risk plays. We do not lose our money. We protect. Protection is the first layer for us before any other thing. Okay? All right. Welcome in, everyone. So if you have not clicked on that follow button, click on the follow button, share out the live, tap out the live. And of course, I really need seriously, not here, right? We can have a serious relationship about money. All right, Sandra? Welcome in all the same. Make sure you click on that follow button. All right. So now, like I said, wealth, understand this. Wealth is not the same thing as wealth. The 5 types of wealth: money wealth, time wealth, which is financial freedom, health wealth, health is wealth, social wealth, your network is your net worth, right? And of course, your peace wealth, emergency fund, your insurance, your LLC, your C Corp, S Corp, all of that thing, living trust, all of those things, protection, and of course, building generational wealth. All of this thing that you can sleep at night with your 2 eyes closed, right? That you are protected. That is what all of this is what you want to start chasing. Don't just chase money wealth, okay? Don't just chase money wealth. And wealth does not equal money, okay? Understood? Understood. All right. So having said that, now another thing that I said is Another thing that I said is your income does not equal wealth. Okay? Your income does not equal wealth. As a matter of fact, like if your income equals wealth, then you would realize that the hard workers, people that work double shift would or triple shift, right, earning $15 an hour, they will probably be the richest person, right? But guess what? The people that the richest, they are not even doing the job. Okay, it's the more of the smartest. GMC Trade, latest millionaire in town. So it tells you something. To build wealth, it's about there are three things to build wealth, right? Three things, not exactly three things, there are all the steps, but it starts with the first three things. Number one, and because except you're a magician, all right, everything starts with your income. Or another way is maybe you won a jackpot, right? You won a jackpot, or you got family inheritance. So you are a trust baby, okay? That's the only other way. Otherwise, you focus on your income. And unfortunately, for a lot of us, fortunately or unfortunately, interestingly, most of us are focused. It's we did not get this, we did not get this, we focused on this, right? And of course, this is what they taught us, right? Go to school, right? Mohammed Ibrahim, latest millionaire in town, welcome in. Right? This is what they taught us. Go to school, study hard, work hard, all right? And life is going to be beautiful. Get a good job. Life will work hard and life is going to be beautiful. But that life is not looking beautiful because you are still living paycheck to paycheck. And I'm not laughing at you, I'm laughing at all of us, right? I'm laughing at all of us. Because guess what? We were just all scammed. That's the truth of the matter. Because how come they told us all of this? We believed it. You went to medical school. You went to, studied engineering. You did all of those things, right? You were the best student in town. GMC Trade is laughing. Lino said, yes, they lied to us, right? They said adulthood is a scam. So is what they taught us. Another lie that they told us, right? One of the biggest scam is work from a 20 to 65 years old, then retire at 65. 45 years of your life. This is your entire prime. 20 to 65. Here, you are in school up until this age, 20. Then 65, you are almost not, we understand what that means. You are old age. You can't do anything with yourself again. Boutique, latest millionaire in town. You can't do anything with your life again. But here, right, the two in between, they took that 45 years. AY pumping. Yeah, right? This one that they gave you, this 45 years, that you should have done something good with your life. Enjoy life. They said, wake up night every morning. Wake up 8 o'clock. Wake up 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and show up every day for 45 years. Isn't that crazy? It's the biggest scam in history. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Dr. Awa, welcome in. Mojupe, welcome in. Right? This is the biggest scam in history. And you know what baffles me most of the time is I tell people, it's okay for people to wake up for 45 years. Do this for 45 years. But it's not okay for them to invest for 20 years, 10 years, and become financially free. Right? I struggle to understand. This doesn't require your time. It just says that, okay, and we're going to be talking about it as part of the next steps here. We're going to get there, right? Do this for 20 years, 10 years, and I will put numbers to it, by the way. I'm going to put numbers to it because whenever I tell you this millionaire status and I call you a millionaire, yes, I have said it to my God in heaven. However, I am going to also show you the numbers here. So it just tells you, is it that we are actively pursuing slave trade in the modern day history, or we just need to unlearn and relearn what we have learned. Just the same way, go to school, get a job. I mean, go to school, study hard, get a job, good job, work hard, and life is going to be beautiful. But that is not real. A lot of people already agree that this is not real, right? However, this is the same thing that is here. Another lie. How can one walk from age 20 to 65? And we are all going that route like a ship, like ship following the same thing. You know, the one that is even sad, people retire at this 65, social security is not being paid. I saw one on Instagram. He's 60 years old, retired in November. You can see it, you would see it on my page. Retired in November, but guess what? He was in the military for 9 years, worked with the US Postal Services for another 29 years. So in total, about almost 40 years, 38 years. And then all he has gotten since November was $400. They've repossessed his house. They've repossessed his car. It's because he's renting right now. His rent is $1,600. He's unable to pay his rent. Isn't that sad? 45, 40, almost 40 years of somebody's life. So it is high time, guys, that we all wake up. Because just the same way, this is not true. You don't want to wake up at your age 60 or 65 and realize that, oh my goodness, what did I do with my life? So let us all wake up. Now you know that this one is a lie, right? Go to school, get a job. Go to school, study hard, get a good job, work hard, and life is going to be beautiful. They told us, all of us, they told us that story. But it's not real. At least you know that. Oh man, latest millionaire in town. If you are new here, welcome in. Click on that follow button. The goal is financial freedom, guys. Money is just the tool. The goal is financial freedom. If you don't have control over your time, and I'm not saying, remember, income is very critical in this space. So you want to stick around to understand that this is where we are going. It means that you want to understand all of the steps before you get to that financial freedom status. But what you're chasing is not this income. What you're chasing is not money. What you're actually chasing is financial freedom. Okay? And that's what we're talking about here. If you're new, you've been here 2 minutes, click on that follow button. Because we started this on Monday and we are on here. But I'm going to recap quickly for those that are new. If you're new, drop 1 in the comment. If you're new, drop 1 in the comment and click on that follow button. Black man, latest millionaire in town. Yes, black man problem. That's very deep, actually. Very, very deep. Right? So it tells you don't want to wake up at 65. David Deborah, beautiful name. Latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. Right? Kadi is new as well. Make sure you click on that follow button because we're going to talk about this all through this week. Yes, last month we did 31 days where I was showing up twice a day, a financial freedom drive, and a lot of people got their results, right? Got results. Whoever opened their account and started investing, they did all of that, right? And that's the same thing I'm teaching. Now you understand that that phrase is not working for you. You are still in your 30s, you are in your 40s. You already know that they lied to you. Go to school, get a job. You don't want to wake up at 65 and you realize that, oh my goodness, there's no social security. As a matter of fact, data has it, and you can Google it. If you're in the United States, they say social security might run out by 2032. So if you are waiting on social security, trust me, it might not. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it might not exist at that point because it might run out. Because they expect the mortality rate to be quicker or whatever, mortality rate to be high, which is death rate of people in their old age. They don't expect people to stay longer. No, but people are not dying sooner, right? And that's what, so it's your money they're using to pay the older people, right? And those people are not dying, but based on their data, they expect them to die younger than, the number of years they're staying right now. So the money is running out, and because as long as they're alive, they have to be paid. That's what is affecting a lot. So you need to know that nobody's coming to save you. Nobody. And this is the truth, absolutely the truth. Okay? So, after saying that, so 45 years, you don't want to. So, what should you do? Okay? What should you do? If you are new here, welcome in. Click on that follow button. We're talking about 4 pillars of wealth creation. The goal is financial freedom. There's a huge gap between income and becoming financially free. Money is just the tool, financial freedom is the goal. So it tells you something. You see this income. So how then? The next question is that, okay, Dr. Lina, now I understand. I don't want to find myself in this situation at 65, right? What then should I do differently? Because I already know that I don't want to, I want to change something. Let's remember to get our daily admin. Let's click on that follow button. What should you do? So I'm not one of those coaches that will tell you, oh, you know what, what do you do if you are at 60 already? What do you do? You see, that's the biggest question. This is the question I never want to answer. However, what you can do in this situation is aggressive. There's something called catch up and all of that. You need to catch up, right? You need to catch up. Except you already have something saved already. But if you don't have anything saved already, you have to do a catch up. Even the government make provisions for catch up. And we're going to talk about it. Please remind me when we get to the smart investing, okay? Please remind me, and I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do. Make sure you click on the follow button. So I'm not one of those coaches that will tell you, oh, everybody should go and become an entrepreneur. Yeah, just make sure you click on the follow button, turn on notification bell. Yeah, and also I'm on YouTube. It's Money Talk with Dr. Lina as well. So I'm not one of those coaches that will tell you, welcome in Trishka, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. I'm not one of those coaches that would say, oh, you know what? Go and become an entrepreneur. Go and preneur something. Go do this. I'm not one of those people, right? Remember, I said I'm a vice president of technology. It tells you income is a critical factor or critical tool that I use to gain financial freedom, because I am teaching you exactly what I did to gain financial freedom, to get to the millionaire status in dollars. And if you're just meeting me, I'm a vice president of technology. I'm in Texas, in United States. All right. I'm also a professor teaching AI, cybersecurity, and deep learning and information management system. It tells you something. I'm not one of those people that would despise that income, because the higher this income, the quicker you're raised to financial freedom. What do I mean? There's something called the wealth triangle. This is the wealth triangle. This is income, right? It starts with your income. Thank you all for sharing out the live. Let's tap out the live. This is very, very important. So please share out the live so that more people can come and learn this and get out of the jail of this rat race. Let us all get out. Let your children invite the jail of the rat. Wow. Let's get out of the jail, right? You don't want to wait till 60 or 65 and you're like, oh, so what should I do? At that time, if you catch it early, trust me, by 40, by 45, you're good, right? By 45, you're good. If you're new here, welcome in. Click on the follow button. If you've been sitting here 2 minutes, click on the follow button. Always wait 2 minutes and then click on the follow button if it looks like what you're looking for. Where are you in Texas, right? You're interested in learning AI. Okay, yeah. All right, yeah, send me a DM. Well, but right now I do that. I teach that in the college. I teach that in the college, not, I don't teach that on social media. That's my day job. I'm a professor. I teach that in the college. All right. So income, right? Nosion, yeah, send me a DM. Click on that follow button if you have not done so. All right. So it starts with your income, except you got an inheritance or you won a jackpot. Most of us, I was not lucky to get that. Any of those two. Jackpot, inheritance, nothing. So I am not a trust baby, okay? I'm not a trust kid, but my kids definitely will be a trust kid. Absolutely. All right. So we have the income. So it means that I need to focus on my income. That's number one. Now, one of the things that people always make mistake about, another lie. You see that lie they told you? This is that lie, which is income goes here. The truth that's going to get to financial freedom is this journey to this journey. Remember, it's a triangle. This is the lie. Income goes here and it ends here. The truth is, income goes this way, it goes this way, and it lands here. What does this mean? This means is go to school, study hard, get a good job, enjoy life, meaning pay bills, lifestyle. As a matter of fact, it's called DLL. Drop DLL in the comment. David, latest millionaire in town. Drop DLL in the comment. So I tell you what DLL is. Drop DLL. DLL, drop it in the comment section. If you're new here, make sure you click on that follow button. And there's some things we do differently here. Royal Beauty, thank you so much. Nurse Young, thank you so much. To make it, I always like us to engage, right? Always respond. Thank you so much. DLL, I love it. I love it. Well done, everyone that did that. I love it. It's a way we buttress knowledge. What is DLL? Simple. Depreciating lifestyle liability. Emphasis on lifestyle, emphasis on liability, emphasis on depreciating. It simply means that you have bills to pay and then you have the lifestyle. Basically, that's what that is. Now you can fight, nobody can argue with you. You gotta pay bills. Your basic living standard or your basic living expenses, your housing, you pay rent or mortgage, or you already build your own house, already paid off or whatever. You have to have roof over your head. You have to eat, right? And of course, you have to also have utilities, electricity and all of those things. You have to have that. But lastly, you also have to have a means of transportation, either bus pass, train pass, car note, whatever. You have to. So by default, the bills comes to stay. However, the lifestyle is what can increase this bill, right? It can increase this bill. And of course, this is where everything goes sour. Because this lifestyle, right? If you live in a 5,000 square footage, Sophia, latest millionaire in town, Sophia Anna, right? If you live in a 5,000 square footage home, it's different from when you live in a 2,500 square footage home. Because the utilities, electricity will be more, right? And just the same vice, if you drive a Mercedes, you're going to it's going to be a high grade, premium grade versus regular, right? That's just it. That is $4. You're burning $4, and I'm in Texas, so about $4 per gallon versus $2.99 or $3, whatever. That's what it is. So the higher this lifestyle is, that the higher these bills also be. And a lot of times, because they told us you need to enjoy the fruit of your labor. This is your labor, income, right? Another lie they told us, enjoy the fruit of your labor. You guess what? This lifestyle, this everything, you deserve it. You work hard. Yes, we agree you deserve it. But then, what else? The best thing you need to do for yourself is pay yourself. You work hard, so what should you do? Pay yourself. Everybody puts it in the comment section. Pay yourself. All right? Pay yourself. Or as a matter of fact, call it pay yourself first. PYF. Pay yourself first. And I'm going to explain what I mean. This one is you are using it to pay bills. It simply means that this is what is called paycheck to paycheck. This is what, thank you so much, Nurse Young. Thank you so much. Everyone, pay yourself first, right? This is what it's called. This is what it's called rat race. This is what it's called hamster wheel. This is what it's called paycheck to paycheck. Ralph, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. If you're new here, make sure you click on that follow button. You'll be sitting there for 2 minutes. You find this valuable, click on the follow button, right? It simply means that you are working to pay bills. The cycle ends here. This is just one cycle. This is what they told us. And I often wonder, why did they teach us this only? Because if you have a way out of this rat race, if somebody tells you that, oh, you know what, Ralph, Nurse, Lilo, and Nurse Young, if they tell you, and CMK, if they tell you that, okay, you know what, if you can do this for 10 years, right, you'll be financially free forever. You don't have to work again, right? And you know that it's a legitimate thing, you know, it's you are good. Would you not pursue that? Would you not pursue that? If somebody tells you, oh, you know what, do this for 10 years, or maybe your employer says, do this for 10 years, do this for 10 years. Sarah Roberts, what do you think? What do you think? All right, what do you think? So if you want to do, somebody tells you, if somebody tells you, oh, if you do this for 10 years, or you do this for 20 years, or if you work for 20 years for me, you're going to become a millionaire, or I'll make you a multi-millionaire after you have worked for me for 10 years or 15 years, even though I don't pay you. Would you do that? You're going to become wealthy after like 10 years. Would you do that? If all your bills are paid, but you say that, would you do that? After 10 years or after 20 years, you do this, your bills are going, if all your bills are paid here, okay? If all your bills are paid, would you not do that? But a lot of times, we work 45 years and we still do not get to financial freedom. We don't even come close. A lot of us feel that millionaire status, right? Millionaires are from another planet, okay? They wear cape and they dress in such a way. They have to wear Gucci and put so much, right? That's what you think. They are in between. They're regular people like you and I. And I'm going to show you the difference. Why 3 people will earn the same income. Like somebody just asked the question, Lawson, latest millionaire in town. Somebody just asked the question, are you a millionaire? And asked the question, where did you get the money? 3 people can be doing the same thing with the same income, with the same family, with the same everything. And guess what? One person will be financially free. One person will remain on the same level. And another person will just be a regular person. One person will be poor, P-O-O-R, living paycheck to paycheck. Guess what? They're earning the same income. And I'm going to show it to you with numbers to show it to you today. So make sure you stick around to the end, right? Click on that follow button if you have not done so, okay? Click on that follow button. So this is what they told us. Income to bills and lifestyle. The one thing that is constant, depreciating. Lifestyle, liability. If somebody can type it there, depreciating, lifestyle, liability. This is where that cycle ends. Depreciating, lifestyle, liability, bills, and of course, lifestyle that comes with it. Why I don't have a problem with the bills, the problem that I have with the lifestyle, because the lifestyle is the one that brings about lifestyle creep. Is what brings about lifestyle inflation when it comes to the bills. K-Net's latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. Right? It is the lifestyle that drives this thing up. Okay? I don't have a problem with people traveling, right? I have been to 22 countries. My goal is to travel the world, right? So it tells you that, as a matter of fact, we also have lifestyle with Dr. Lina. So it tells you, I'm not one of those people that say, don't spend your money. Kwasi, thank you so much for the roses, right? I'm not one of those people that will tell you, oh, you know what, don't enjoy your money. Of course, you came to this life to enjoy life. Unwa, latest millionaire in town, welcome in. I am one of those. It's just that the route is what determines it. What formed my lifestyle, I'm going to tell you right now. What got me to the millionaire startup, I would show you right now. Financial freedom, what got me there, I'm going to show you. And what I did differently initially that kept me stuck, even with a vice president income, even with a professor, that's double income. The professor income, professor teaching AI, cybersecurity, deep learning, and information management system. And of course, as a vice president of technology, that you can have an idea of that kind of income. But guess what? I still did not gain financial freedom, because financial freedom, it is not just about that income. Income is just the first step, the stepping stone. Real Cummins, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. Of course, that's why we're here. That's why we're here. So number one step is you want to do one thing. Like I said, I'm not one of those coaches that will tell you not to focus on your income. You want to increase this income. That's number one. I have a friend waiting to gain the freedom financial by going to nursing school. Well, that's a good one. Okay, good that you brought it up. But I'll tell you something. You do not have to go to college. A lot of people, this is not, well, that's a good thing. Except you have passion for nursing, Except that, why do you, if you already have a degree, I am not one of those people that's not my greatest fantasy. That's not my greatest route that I take. I tell you, let me give you my own story, and so that you understand this increase in income. Remember, I said I'm an economist, I'm also a chartered accountant, right? So it means my bachelor's is in economics, and also I became a chartered accountant as well. That double major. I worked in one of the Fortune 100 companies for about 8 years in the corporate finance, all our latest millionaire in town, for about 8 years. And one day I realized something. I realized that income in finance was not going to do it. You understand? Emphasis is do it. Because I am one of those people that want to retire in my 40s. I'm not ready to do the shenanigans when it comes to 65. I'm not going to do 45 years. I want to enjoy my life because my goal is to travel the world. So everybody has a goal. My goal, one of my dream is to travel the world. Melt latest millionaire in town. So I knew that finance even though it's Fortune 100, it's not going to do it. Mrs. Katz, latest millionaire in town. And I'm telling you my story so you would know. And like the person that said it's going back to nursing school. Yeah, because it's going to take a certain number of years. Like I said, if you have passion for it, great. Sunny side, latest millionaire in town. She has a bachelor's. In my own case, I have a bachelor's. And then I realized that my counterpart in technology, we were doing the same thing. Are you still teaching school? No, no, we're going to be teaching something else shortly. Scarlett, welcome in on the YouTube side. I'm also on YouTube. It's Money Talk with Dr. Lina on YouTube as well. So make sure you subscribe because I release videos every Sunday, long form videos. That's the only platform I have a different video across. I'm on IG as well. It's Money Talk with Dr. Lina. The same name, the same picture. You cannot miss it. Just go there and subscribe. We just released the video on Sunday on how to buy real estate step by step. I own and manage double-digit real estate portfolio by double-digit real estate portfolio, by the way. So in case because it's part of my wealth building process. Macomb, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. So back to my story, increasing income. I realized that people in technology, they were packing their bags earlier than me every single day. So it means that I was doing more work, but guess what? They were earning more money than me. I was doing more work. We know when you're in finance, is more work than people in technology. They were doing lesser work, but they are making more money. Anna, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. If you're new here, make sure you click on that follow button. Let's welcome you in, right? And guess what? What did I do? I never went back to college. Remember, I said my day job is vice president of technology. This is the connection between my story of moving from finance, I'm talking finance right now, to technology. This is my story. So I chased money. Billionaire, I love that. And Prince, lovely, right? I call it, I chased money. Finance is my passion. Money is what I chase to technology. Technology is not my passion. It's not my passion. So I chased money to technology. But how did I get there? I did not. You expect me that as a vice president of technology, she went back to college and become a computer engineer, software engineering, You love the truth. That is the truth. That's my truth. I share it as it is here, right? I chased, what did I do? I took a certification. 5 months, less than $500. And this is the truth. 5 months. It was in March or something that I started. By August, I got a job in an oil and gas company in the technology department of oil and gas. I got an offer with Schlumberger and McDermott, MIMCDERMOTT, right? They do the deep sea. I got a job with them in technology, right? Understand that I'm coming from Fortune 100 and I'm moving to oil and gas. And of course, instantly, less than 500, think about ROI, return on investment. $500, I increased my income by $30,000. $30,000. This was 15 years ago. $30,000. So this is my way. I always recommend. A lot of times, everybody goes in the same route. Oh, it has to be nothing. What is the need for you? I'm not saying nothing is bad or whatever, but always do your research. Trust me, within that 5 months, I have increased my income and I did not get additional degree, any other thing until 6 years later. So I was I was already a senior manager, almost becoming a director. It's an ISACA certification, ISACA, right? Dunkin' latest millionaire intern. Welcome in. Right? I did that. 6 years later was when I went for my master's in strategic business and information management system. And then I pursued it to doctorate level, right? Doctorate degree in strategic business and information management system. Doctorate only increased what? Only gave me the lecturing job. Doctorate did not add to my corporate job. So it means that even without the degree, I still got to the position of a vice president. So talk about return. Always think about that. So certification is one way. Another way to increase your income. So think about it. Always do your research. There are so many free things. Now you think that, oh, you know what? I'm a lawyer. I want to become a nurse. I want to become a medical doctor, right? You're a lawyer. I want to become a medical doctor. I see that as midlife crisis, by the way. Because I honestly, because they're two different fields. But let's assume, so you understand how diverse, because the two very technical, very deep skill, right? Set to law, and of course, it's very, very deep skill. It's not a vertical skill, right? So if you, let's say that's your own situation, okay? That's when you want to go back to college. Let's say you need to go back to college. Always think about scholarship. Always think about scholarship. Royal beauty. Always think about scholarship, okay? Right? So, like Dr. Fatima, right? She comes here from time to time. 2 months ago, she came to this live and told us she is the director of scholarships and admission in UCLA, California, right? She came to tell us that millions of dollars are not claimed every single year. They left unclaimed every single year. Scholarship money. People would focus on getting student loan, all of those things, but they have not explored the option of scholarships. So think about scholarships. If that is you want to go back to college in specific skill set, deep skill set, right? That's what you want to do. Get scholarship. Another way is there's so many free training. I employ people and I tell you, a lot of my colleagues will hire people that have the skill set over the certificate. You know it. Maybe you got certain certification or whatever, and you can demonstrate it because you already have a degree versus somebody that has it on paper but doesn't know what they're doing, right? So if you know what you're doing, there's free training. Go on Google Coursera. Free training is available. Go on Harvard Business School. Free training is available. On YouTube, there's some trainings when it comes to, thank you. There's some training on YouTube when it comes to, if you're new here, make sure you click on the follow button. You're new here, click on that follow button. Be sitting there 2 minutes, click on the follow button. We're talking about the 4 pillars of wealth creation, wealth building, and it starts with your income. This is the income to the wealth. Yes, exactly. That's another one. Thank you so much. I love that. Yes, free, right? Dorothy, anointed, latest millionaire in town. So many free. Thank you so much, Joe Smile, latest millionaire in town. LinkedIn learning. Thank you so much, guys. Sharing all this information. Those are germs. So have you explored that? IISC too. Thank you. There's some of them that are free. Free. So take advantage of it. Now, that's another way. Free. Take the free. Now, I don't want to go to school. I don't even want to go anything. Then I am at 70,000. I'm at 80,000. I always recommend a 6-figure income. And it's not a function of if. It's not about, oh, it's never going to happen. It's about when. If you put the effort into it, it's going to happen. As a matter of fact, in June, I invited two doctors, right? One is a chief information security officer, and there was another person that was that Dr. O. She's a clinical therapist. She has a practice in the art of New York. For them to come and teach each and every one of us how can they, in their own field, how like Dr. A on his own, the chief information security officer, is a geophysicist. That is his initial degree. But guess what? He found he's in technology as a chief information security officer. The same story. Never got an additional. Went back to college. Just that, and he was already a director of no, is it network? No, of cybersecurity. He was already a director of cybersecurity before he even went for his doctorate as well. So it was your physics degree in the certificate that got him to the director position, because he knows what he's doing and he got some certification. So let's assume that you don't want to do all this one. Let's keep tapping out the live. Let's share out the live as well. If you're new here, welcome in. Let's get our daily admin. If you have not gotten your daily admin, get your daily admin. We're talking about the 4 pillars of wealth creation. Part of the 4th pillar is fix your foundation, and income is very critical, because except you won a jackpot, or your family gave you a trust baby, which a lot of us are not, right? Except that it starts with this income. All right, Fun Awe, how are you doing? Thank you so much. Prodigy, latest millionaire in town. Let's share out the life. Let's tap out the life. So fix your foundation. Income is number 1 in terms of your foundation. Remember, it's the 4 pillars we're talking about. All right. So if you're new here, click on that follow button. Let's tap out the light, share out your light. Let's get our daily at me as well. If you have not gotten your daily at me, get your daily at me. Welcome in. Hey, Cos, how are you? Right. Roya Ferrari, thank you so much for tapping out the live. Awesome. So as I was saying, so another way is for you to supplement your income. I'm making $80,000 today. I don't want to go back to college. I don't want to get a certification. I don't want to do anything else. I just basically want to do what I'm doing. Then supplement your income, because you want to get to that 6-figure income. Because the higher this income, the quicker, and I'm going to show it to you shortly, because it's about percentages, right? Because percentage of 50% or 50% of $0 is 0, right? 50% of 100,000 is 50,000. 50% of 200,000 is 100,000. So it is about percentages. So that 100,000 that you see me talk about, that is what is called that income. 200,000 income, 0 income. All right. So another way is supplement your income. What do I mean? I have somebody in Canada, Clement, latest millionaire in town. Oh, awesome. So good to have you. I'm looking forward to our meeting tomorrow. All right. So what was I saying? So supplement your income. I have a civil engineer in Canada making decent money, but he says, you know what? I started late. And the person that asked about, I'm 60-year-old. What should I do? This is exactly what you can do. You're in Canada. Oh, that's great. I have a lot of Canadians here, right? 68 countries are even represented here. So good to have you. So if you're new here, click on that follow button. Hi, TH, welcome in. Yeah, make sure you click on that follow button if you have not done so. You'll be sitting 2 minutes. Click on the follow button. Let's keep tapping out the live. Let's get it to 20,000. Let's get our daily at me as well. TH, latest millionaire in town. You're from Uganda. Yeah, Uganda is already represented here. Thank you so much. Yeah, 68 countries represented. India was last country that we counted. Bahrain is here. Zambia is here. Yeah, Japan is here. Many of those countries are here. Switzerland, all of that. Yeah, Germany. We are all here. Welcoming everyone. So make sure you click on that follow button if you have not done so. Thank you. Ghana is here, number 5. Guyana is not yet here. So we just got country number 69. Guyana is country number 69. We only track it when we have a new country that's not been tracked. Guyana is country number 69. That is great. Malaysia, thank you so much. User latest millionaire in town. So click on the follow button for everyone that is new. Make sure you click on the follow button. Ghana was between number 1 and 10. That's where Ghana lies. We have a lot of Canadians, people from the UK. A lot of them are here. But yes, Pastor, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. So, like I was saying, yeah, also from Ghana. Awesome. Thank you so much for, yeah. So we'll keep going. But if you're new here, click on that follow button. Also indicate the country where you're connecting from. So maybe you'll be country number 70. Awesome. So supplement your income. How do you supplement your income? Like the civil engineer that I was talking about, he makes good money, but he's in his 50s. And he says, you know what? I need to catch up. I need to catch up. That's what he said. He said, over the weekend, what's going on? 4 pillars of wealth creation, income to financial freedom. The reason why you're not financially free, despite the fact you're making good income. Even when you're not making good income, how do we increase that income? That's what we're talking about. The step that I'm missing. That line that they told you, go to school, get a job, work hard, and life is going to be beautiful. But yet you're living paycheck to paycheck. You're still financially stressed. That's what is going on. Okay. So being able to be financially free, millionaire status, all of those things is what's going on. All right. So this person, what does he do? He basically every single weekend, the time that he likes to drive, he just enjoys. He will just typically do. But he said, I do Uber for 4 hours every single weekend. I mean, on a Saturday and Sunday. Once I make $500, I put that $500 extra into investing. If I have $500, that's about, he said, at times I make about $2,000, right? Within the month, and I accelerate it to my investing. That is somebody that is trying to catch up. Another person, yours might not be catch up. Your income is low, right? You are in your 70,000, 80,000. You want to get to that 6-figure salary. Then you catch up with your 20,000 extra, right? $20,000. If you're new here, make sure you click on that follow button. You're new, click on that follow button. Let's welcome you in. So in that case, what it does is, right. So in his own case, what he just does is that that's how he gets extra every single month towards what? To build his wealth. That's what it does. Okay? That is what it does. And you can do that as well. In case your income, you don't want to do any other thing, then you need to trade. That time you're spending watching Love Island on Netflix over the weekend. You just do 2 hours and go and do this. $500. That's it. Or just say, okay, I'm maxing out my Roth. I'm maxing out, putting something towards that. That is on your way to building. That's that thing they never taught you in school. And that's what that's what we're talking here. So supplement your income. Another way is Toro. Another way is you can rent your account Toro. You can do rental arbitrage. You can do affiliate marketing. You can, and if there's any other site also that you guys think of, drop it in the comment. Any other site also that you think people can do, right? Just so they can supplement their income. That is another way. All right. So ultimately, you want to increase this income. Now, back to where we are. This is where the problem is. We have already fixed problem number 1. The income is not high. But a lot of time, problem number 2 is that a lot of people, lifestyle creep take over. Toro, exactly. Yeah. You rent out your car. That's how they do it here in the US and I think in some other countries whereby you can actually rent your car over the, when they're not using it, to visitors, and they bring back your car the same way and all of that. Can you please talk about this affiliate market? I really don't do it, so I don't know much, but I'm just you. There's so many people that talk about affiliate marketing, so I don't want to point you in the wrong direction. I don't want to point you in the wrong direction, okay? If you ask me about rental arbitrage, I can point you in the right direction, because I've had some of my tenants use my own houses for rental arbitrage, okay? I can tell you about that, right? Okay, but there's so many other what's it called? Content creators like myself that all they focus on is affiliate marketing. Okay, you're most welcome. Let's keep tapping out the live. Let's share out the live. If you are new here, click on that follow button. Let's share out the live. If you have not gotten your daily at me, get your daily at me. Let's all get our daily at me. Born latest millionaire intern, welcome in. If you are new here, click on that follow button. Now let's go to the biggest thing. The income is increasing, so is the lifestyle increasing. Biggest problem. You're not building wealth. And this is what kills a lot of people. Thank you so much for getting your daily at me. That's what kills a lot of people, right? That's why a lot of people are struggling. Income is here, expense is here. So even if you're earning 300,000, you're a medical doctor. The medical doctors are the ones that I feel for the most, because it is almost overrated. Except you're a surgeon and you do neuro whatever, you earn here. They earn three, but guess what? They have student loan. A lot of people hanging on their neck, and they are living the life of it. But guess what? Their income is here, their expense is here. They have nothing left. So if you are living like that, trust me, a teacher, you're absolutely correct. Yeah, I know. I have them as clients, right? So if a teacher is earning 80,000 and is living on an income of 40,000, expenses of 40,000, let's say 40,000 is this bills, and he saved 40,000, and a medical doctor earning 300,000, and his expenses is 295,000, only have 5,000 for 401k. Trust me, the teacher is richer. The teacher is wealthier. Why wanting financial freedom but getting into more debt, right? That's it. You're not financially free if you're in debt. You're not financially free. That's not financial freedom, right? You cannot, that's not financial freedom. You're just living lifestyle, okay? Let's keep tapping out the life, right? Yeah. You're not, that's not financial freedom. Financial freedom is ability to live life at your own time. You're not financially free. All right. You're just paying bills and living the life of fake life. All right. Income. You're using your money towards depreciating lifestyle liability. Income is here. Expense is here. You see this gap. You see the wider this gap is. You see my hand, literally. You see this gap. I'm happy to hear. You see this gap. The wider this gap is, this is your financial freedom. You see this gap here. That's your financial freedom. This is your wealth tool. This is your gateway to escape the race. This is your gateway to end paycheck to paycheck. God brought me here. Absolutely. God always orders people's steps. Yeah, God always orders people's steps. Right. You see this wide gap. The wider it is, that's why I started with income. Income is here. So your own will be like, oh, you know what? My income is low. This bill, I've already cut out everything. This bill, what you need to do is share it with other people so that they can come in as well. Share with others, repost as well, so that some other people you can be a blessing to others. And let's do that as well. Let's all share. Let's tap out the life. If you've been sitting there 2 minutes, click on the follow button. You see this gap. The wider it is, that's your wealth tool. You see this gap. This is what is called your wealth tool. Where is it? Your wealth tool. Your wealth tool is called, that is your income minus your bills, your lifestyle. The wider this is, that's your wealth tool to gaining financial freedom, escaping the rat race. So that's the first thing. That's what they did not tell us, right? That's what they did not tell us. Income goes here, right? Income goes to depreciating lifestyle liability, and the circle ends here. It means that you continue if you follow this route. Remember, if you follow this route, what that simply means is that this income must continue non-stop for you to fund this depreciating lifestyle liability. The minute this income stops, this lifestyle becomes a problem. They never teach us in the school because they want us exactly. You know that my teenager asked me that question. How come they're not telling us this in school? Because if they tell us this in school, if they told us this in school, and I'm going to show you numbers today, guys. I want to quickly get there. I want to show you numbers today, because you would be shocked at certain numbers. With $100 consistently, you will get to that $1 million status. This is not get rich quick scheme. And you'll be wondering, how come they never taught us? But if they taught you, who is going to be doing the job? Who is going to wake up every morning 8 a.m. or 7, be showing up 7 a.m. and be doing this for 45 years? That's why I said it's modern day slavery. So they eat it from us. It's just like the same way they important things, beautiful things that's going to be make you free. They eat it in the book. It's right there in the book. I mean, look at books like this. It tells you. Books like this tells you. More books like this tells you. These are books. But guess what? They eat it in there so that you do not see it. But some people, that's why they eat it in the book. So that you will be the one doing the work while they enjoy it. You're chasing money. That's why a lot of people think wealth equals money. No, wealth is, there are 5 types of wealth, which is where I started from. If you're new here, make sure you click on that follow button. Let's keep tapping out the life. If you're not got to your daily admin, get your daily admin. Welcome in everyone. I'm Dr. Lina. I'm a doctor of business. This is the $1 Million League. Those aspiring to become a millionaire in dollars and those that are already millionaires aspiring to become multi-millionaires. That's this community. And I'm Dr. Lina. I'm a professor teaching AI cybersecurity, deep learning, information management system, and as well as I'm a vice president of technology. I'm an economist, a chartered accountant, and of course, I have my doctorate degree in strategic business and information management system. I'm also a chartered accountant, and I own and manage double-digit real estate portfolio. That's what I own there. So it means that real estate is part of it, as well as smart investing. Those are the things that got me financially free and got me to this status. For those that were asking questions, God bless. Amen. Black King, latest millionaire in house. So what exactly will we be investing in? That's where you need to. We are going. See, you want to learn it in one day, right? If you had known it all along, trust me, it is. We just calm down. We're almost there. We're gradually. So if you take this income, you need to fix a foundation before you get there. This is the mindset shift first. Income. It ends if this income stops, right? If this income stops, it means that once this income continues, the bills continues. This is what is called paycheck to paycheck. Yeah, all right. Right? Income. This is where the problem lies. But guess what? This is what we were taught. Go to school, enjoy the fruit of your labor. Instead of you having your fruit as a seed. What do I mean? I'm going to show you right now. Your fruit of your labor, enjoy some of it, but put some of it as a seed. That's what we're talking about. So depreciating lifestyle liability, it means that it depreciates, is a liability, it goes down. Everything about it, it goes down. When you pay your utility bills, can you say, please give me money back? Does it put money in your pocket? Or when you pay mortgage, not mortgage. Let's say Ike, latest millionaire in town. When you buy a car, right? After many years, 10 years, what is the value of that car? It's probably almost zero. You do an upgrade, you get the next one. That's all. It doesn't put money in your pocket. That's the car. When you buy grocery, you eat it. The only thing is that it nourishes your body. That's it. It doesn't put money in your pocket. The bills, when you pay your rent, do you go back to your landlord? All he gives you is you got a house. That's it. All right? Depreciating lifestyle liability. So you put, what I'm going to say is that put some of your income towards it because you still have to live that life. Now, on this side is something called ACA. Drop ACA in the comment section. ACA, put ACA in the comments. ACA, type ACA. What is ACA? Drop it in the comments. ACA, let's drop it in the comment. If you are new here, click on that follow button. If not, click on the follow button. Make sure you click on the follow button. ACA. Now, this is one route. This is what they call the Y path, the road to destruction. This is the road to destruction, right? This is maybe not destruction. This is road to paycheck. Working 45 years. This is the road. Yeah. And Warren, latest millionaire in town. This is the narrow road. This is the narrow road. Because in this narrow road, there's something called DG in between. You delay the gratification. And says latest millionaire in town. Welcome. You delay the gratification and follow this path because this is almost like a longer path. This is a shorter path, which leads to paycheck, 45 years and all of those things. This is a longer path. However, remember, it's still coming here. But guess what? It gives you what? It gives you peace of mind. You are able to end it in 10 years, 20 years, 25 years, depending on your income, right? And become financially free. This is the road to financial freedom. So what is ACA? Simply put, appreciating cash flowing asset. Appreciating cash flowing asset. So one thing that you heard there is asset. It means that it puts money. Whenever you hear, when you hear appreciating, what do you hear? Whenever you hear appreciating, when you hear something appreciate, what does that mean to you? When you hear something appreciate, what does it mean to you? What's another language? Growth. Thank you so much. Growth, right? Growth. All right? Growth. Any other person? When you hear appreciate, growth, okay? What else again? Another language, another synonyms, right? Right. Well, increase. I like increase. All right? Increase, growth, right? Accumulate. It's growing. That's what that is. It's increasing. So on this side is increase. On this liability, decrease. Liability, decrease. Depreciating, decrease, right? It means that it's increasing on the side. And of course, it's also cash flows. Appreciating, cash flowing. So it means that you are going to get growth. It means that it cash flows. And of course, it's an asset. It puts money in your pocket. That's it. That's the difference between here. If you take all your income, this is what they told us. Take your income. Hey, first, thank you so much for the Go Publishers. If you are new here, make sure you click on that follow button. Income, put some. So what do? Because this one is still standard, you still have to pay rent. You still have to eat. It's still basic. So you put it to what? You put some basic living expenses. You fund it on this side. So now let me tell you exactly what I did in my own case. In the past, for 5 years, consistently, there was never a single year Ecuador, latest millionaire in town. For a period of 5 years in my life, or in our life as a family, there was no single year that we were not buying one property. Remember, real estate is just one part of it, and you will understand why all those three. There was no year that no one property consistent for at least 5 years. We were buying at least one. There were times when we were buying 3 in a year. Some of them fully paid off. Where is the money coming from? From the person that asked the question. From this income. Why? Because we delayed the gratification. Instead of pouring all our money to lifestyle, we focused on our bills. We delayed the gratification, pulled the income. This is delayed gratification in between, and went this route. And guess what? When we went this route, we put our money towards appreciating cash flowing asset. This appreciating cash flowing asset, what does it do? It grows. It's like a seed. Think about it as a seed. Remember, they told you eat your fruit of your labor. That's what they told you as part of the lie. I said this, yeah. As part of the lie, if you're new here, welcome in. Make sure you click on the follow button, right? They tell us enjoy the fruit of your labor. But then, yes, we enjoyed it a little bit. We were still traveling a little bit. We were still paying our bills, right? But we made sure that nothing less than 50%. I know that they told you 20%, right? Thank you so much for the daily at me, right, beloved? They told you do 20%. That's what they told you, right? Or 10% savings. That's what but you want it to be quicker. You don't want to do 45 years. Increase it. And you might be like, oh, Dr. Lina, I'm even barely doing this. Remember, we talked about your income. So we've already fixed this. We've already fixed it. So you can't say, oh, it's my income. So if you have not fixed your income, I've already given you the blueprint. I was in that space as well. That's why I moved from finance to technology. If I remain in finance, I would not be able to do what I did. So you need to know, I want to become financially free. I know that nobody is coming to save you because the goal is even to keep you longer there. So if you want to break free, you go fix this income. Then you still keep your bill, you focus on it, and keep it low, but go check your statement. Where is my money going? You need to understand that. And then you take the majority part of it. If you cannot do 50%, that's fine. You can start from 20%, but let your income keep going up. All right? Let your income keep going up. As your income goes up, keep this one, remain the same. Don't eat the fruit. And of course, put it towards appreciating cash flowing asset. So like I said, in our own case, we were buying real estate every single year. Properties, every year. You want to be financial? Absolutely. That's why we're here. Beloved. And you will be. You will be. You will be. Just follow the principles here. You will definitely be. Somebody just literally crossed $500,000. And please note that this is not get rich quick scheme. Google who Warren Buffett is, and you quickly understand the way what we do. Why? Can I take little money and buy another property or use it to clean my debt? Our rule of thumb is take care of that debt. Any debt that is above 10%, rule of thumb, take care of any debt that is above 10%. User, take care of any debt above 10%, because another story for another day, because your return on your investment, when you invest, you might be using it to pay off debt, like funding another person's investment, which is the bank's investment, credit cards, all those kind of things. Michael, latest millionaire, welcome in. If you're new here, make sure you click on that follow button. Let's tap out the live. Let's share out the live, right? So that's the rule of thumb. Number 1 is your income. Number 2 is emergency fund. Number 3, pay off high interest debt. Then number 4 is investing. All right? You don't have, hi, how are you? No, you're not. You already know what we're talking about. Hey, Dr. CK, how are you? Can I take my equity to do this? Equity. When we get there, Chama, okay? When we get there, we are not, right now, let's fix the income before we start taking equity, okay? We're taking the money from income, not equity from existing property, right? That's another strategy, okay? But right now, it's focusing on the income. Use some of it. If you can do 50%, you cannot do 50%, that's okay. You have 10% right now. Start with your 10% on your what? Where do you put it? Appreciating cash flowing asset. And I'm going to tell you what are the appreciating cash flowing asset, because we follow the multi-millionaires wealth blueprint. That is what we follow in this community. And I'm going to show it to you. It's available online to everybody, right? ACA, appreciating cash flowing asset. So you're going to put 50% to 60% if it's possible. We did 60% as the income grew. When there's a bonus, it goes towards another property. When the tenant pays 1 year, of course, I had a tenant that paid 1 year, $30,000. It goes into another property, right? So those are the things. Then we put it in stock market as well. Of course, I lost $99,000 in stock market about 6 years ago. But then that's when I even figured a better way. And that's what I'm going to be teaching you as well. Whereby you do not, protection layer is number 1 thing. Because what is worse is you make all this money and then you lose it. That's the worst part of it, okay? But I will teach you that. So take some of your income and put it towards asset. Appreciating is a seed. Now think about it. This seed is going to germinate. Think about, you plant a corn. 1 seed of corn or 1 grain of, you put it in the ground. What does it come out with? It come out with a whole cob. Maybe 2, maybe 3. Hundreds of it. That's it. That's what you need to, but the only way you delay it, this, remember I said this is the narrow path, right? This is the wide path that they told us to follow. But you do this, you are on your way to financial freedom. Age 40, you're already retired. 45, you're already retired through dividend income. Manso, latest millionaire in town. So when I say millionaire, I have numbers and I'm going to show you. So you take some of this seed, instead of you eating it all the way here to lifestyle and bills, you put some of it in real estate, in businesses, in the stock market, and it's going to become a seed. It grows and it germinates to what? And start giving you fruit. The fruits that you should have ate here, you will now have dividend income, rental income, business income or profits from your business. Or you have, remember, did you hear income here? Rental income. Income. You heard dividends income. Income. You had investment income or business income you had. So it means that it's not just one type of income that exists. It's not that your paycheck, working from another, for trading your time or your skill, that's the only form of income. It gets to a point that the seeds are so much that it generates so much that it replaces, first, it will replace this one. It replaces your bills. Once it covers your bills, you are officially financially free. Because the reason why most people are working is to pay bills. Then number two is it replaces your income. It means that bills plus whatever you are investing here, it replaces. That's mega financial freedom. At this point, you can decide. I will not recommend that you should leave your quick job if it's just paying your bills until it replaces this income. That is the time that you can say, okay, you know what? I become work optional. And when I say financial freedom, it doesn't mean that you should quit your job. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that you work because you want to work, not because you have to pay bills. A lot of us, we will not be on that job tomorrow, if not because of the bills that we have to pay at the beginning of the month. We are just showing up because of these bills. And that's where the problem is. So you want this income to fund this, but most importantly, fund this so that you can, guess what, have seed that will not generate so many income. Think about it. You have 5 properties, and to become 5 properties, that's all that you need. You don't need 10. You don't need to become Dr. Lina that owns double digit real estate portfolio. You don't have to. Just 5 is all that you need, and I'm going to show you. You don't have to be this guy, Robert Kiyosaki. 15,000 houses. That doesn't have to be you. 5 houses. You're good. Each of them, 200,000. It will rent for $2,000. 2,000 times 5. What? That's already $10,000. 10,000 if it's already fully paid off, right? $10,000. Guess what? If it costs $10,000, that's already 6-figure salary that you are praying for, or that you are currently earning right now. So that is it. That is the journey. And guess what? By the time this rental income start coming up, right? Rental income, this other income, it gets to a certain time. Guess what? You are still funding this lifestyle at the end of the day. You can now start enjoying the fruit of your labor. But guess what? It is the difference between the income that comes from here and here is this one. You trade your time for money. The income here, you do not trade your time for money. It is your money that is doing the job. The money is your money that is working in this case. It is you. And this one, there's a cap, there's a ceiling. This income from your skill, there's a ceiling. Why? Because you only have 24 hours a day. There's little to you can, there's what you can. And then you also have age limits. At some point, your body cannot, you can do double shift right now. You are doing 9, 3 days. Then you still take every other person. It gets to a time your body will tell you, it's not possible. I'm not going. So there's a limit. But guess what? Your money would not, it will continue to work for you. It doesn't get tired. It doesn't sleep. Right? The stock market is at all-time high. Caribbean Tech, latest millionaire in town. And you're wondering, how come they did not teach us this? That's the same question I'm asking. That's because if we all know this, because this is your route to get what? Millionaire. So when I say, well, the latest millionaire in town, let me now show you numbers. Let me show you numbers, okay? Let me show you numbers. So you put your money here, it goes here, and then you can do all the travel that you want. You can buy that Gucci bag or buy the Gucci shirt. You can buy the MS at this point, or your Birkins. You can buy it at this point. But guess what? It is not your life. Because this is your life here that you traded for money. 9 hours, 40 hours of your life. You earn $10,000 and you carried it to go and buy a Chanel purse. But you only have $2,000 or $1,000 in your account. 40 hours of your life to buy a purse that doesn't generate anything. Don't forget about Forget about Dr. Lina. I love beautiful things. I've been to 22 countries. I want to invest in real estate and land and stock. Not absolutely, not on purses, not on parties every weekend or shut down the club. Get a corner space. Or that party every weekend. That's not what you're trading your life for. Put it toward here and then enjoy the life after. Okay? Why? Delay the gratification. So this is the part that a lot of people miss. Any question on this as we go into now? What is this appreciating lifestyle? What is this appreciating lifestyle? Cash flow, appreciating cash flowing asset. What are this? What are these appreciating cash flowing asset? What are this? Let's say. I'm going to recap this later, right? Increase your income. Number 2 is build your wealth tool. Income minus expenses. I thought this yesterday. It's going to bring you the wealth tool. Fix your foundation. These 4 account system. These are the regular 4 account system that you should have. Precious latest millionaire in town. What I mean? I don't buy expensive bags. Waste of money. You can buy it later. I love the big bags, but guess what? It is my investment that pays for it. That's the difference. Just imagine, just say, oh, this house is the one that is paying for a car. Well, that's exactly my story. That's how when I bought my car 2 years ago, that's exactly, it's a car that pays for it. The car note that pays for it every single month. I don't pay for it. Not that I traded my life for a piece of car. No. All right. So if you're new here, click on that follow button. If you're sitting there 2 minutes, 2 minutes, I know that you're all locked in, right? I know you're locked in. Click on that follow button. You don't know how to click. There's a plus sign in front of your name. Click on that, right? And also, I'm on YouTube as well. I release videos every Sunday, which is Money Talk with Dr. Lina, right there. Make sure you go there to subscribe. As a matter of fact, you want to buy real estate, right? That is my latest video on Sunday was how to buy real estate step by step. What you need to do to prepare. Stock market, we're going to be talking about that. Oh, thank you so much for the roses. But if you're just new here, I'm Dr. Lina. I'm a doctor of business. My day job is vice president of technology. I'm also a professor teaching AI, cybersecurity, deep learning, and information management system. I have my doctorate degree. That's why I'm able, that doctorate degree in strategy, business, and information management system. That's why I'm able to lecture in the university, obviously, on all those pieces. But you're wondering, she's talking about finance, but she's technology. That's because I have my bachelor's in economics. I'm also a chartered accountant. I own and manage double-digit real estate portfolio. And I am just teaching you what has given me freedom so that we can help as many people to become financially free. Money is just a tool. Financial freedom is the goal. So if your goal is financial freedom, earn paycheck to paycheck, become a millionaire, become the trailblazer in the family. And see, because it starts with one person. He started with the Mr. Rockefeller many years ago to say, okay, this family, there's never going to be anybody that is going to lack again. He started with one person, okay? Jonah, latest millionaire in town. So make sure you click on that follow button. If you're new here, you've been sitting here 2 minutes, click on that follow button. Let's welcome you in. So you see things like this, 4 account system, and I'm going to just quickly run through it. These are literal accounts you need to have. This is your savings account. You're saving or checking where your income goes into, right? A lot of times people only have this account. This is the distribution center, and I'm going to tell you the reason why shortly. This account should be almost $0 by day 4 or day 5. I want to become a millionaire in rands. Please help. In rands, why? Well, isn't dollars much more? Isn't dollars much stronger, right? Because the one that we're talking about in rands sounds like South Africa, right? I want to believe that in dollars is much stronger. Okay, so savings account. Okay, so make sure you click on that follow button and learn because dollars is way more stronger, right? Savings. This is just a distribution center. When that income lands, automate it and fund your emergency fund. I use savings account. Open it 3 to 5%. Your emergency fund is your basic living expenses for 3 to 6 months. Okay. And then this and second account, I'm going to teach this in detail because it's going to take some time, but I'm going to go past it. Maybe we'll touch it tomorrow. Number three, another account you need to have is your bills account. Remember the bills that we're looking on that side of triangle? That's that bills account. Attach a credit card to it. Why? The reason why is in case there's a fraud on your account, right? It's to reduce fraud, basically. Prevention against fraud. On credit card, if there's a fraud on credit card, it's their money, not your money. In your account is your own money, and it's going to mess up your funds. So that's why you have a credit card. Secondly, you get some rewards for having credit card, but that's pretty minimal. But then number three is real estate is part of the journey. And if you're going to be using, such you're buying cash, if you're going to be using leverage, bank leverage or whatever, then this is going to help you build your credit. The higher your credit score, right, the lower your interest rate. You want your interest rate to be lower, right? Because that is dollar back in your pocket. Okay? That's why you need that credit card, right? How do you build your credit? Credit utilization, keep it lower than 10%. Number two is pay your money within the billing cycle, right? Pay it within the billing cycle. Do not pay any interest on it, right? Because if you pay it within the billing cycle, you do not pay interest. It doesn't incur any interest. That's two ways to help you to increase your credit. Of course, there's some other things like factors like years that you've credit history and all of those things, right? So those are two basic things that you need to do. If you are not disciplined with credit card, please just stick with the account, okay? You are not disciplined because you are using this credit card like a debit card. That is how you want is successful with credit card. The secret to credit card success is use it like a debit card, okay? MS, latest millionaire in town, welcome in. If you're new here, click on that follow button if you'll be sitting here for 2 minutes. Now, you see this side. This is I hate credit card. Well, credit card is if you misuse of it, credit card is not bad. It's the misuse of it that is bad. If you use it well, it's a very, very good tool. But if you misuse it, it's just like a car. A car kills people every day, right? Just the same way. That's the same way with credit card. If you use it properly, you can get an 850 perfect score. If you use it properly, you can get a good interest rate. You can get a lot of leverage and be able to build wealth quick. That's it. All right? But if you use it badly, it becomes a weapon of mass destruction. All right, investment. You see this side, on this side, it is the depreciating lifestyle liability side. This side, except for the income, this, right, emergency fund stays there, only triggers when there's an emergency. This one is the bills and the lifestyle. But here is the wealth building side. This is where you want to get financial freedom, focus on here. The other 50-60% that we're talking about. You want to get to millionaire status, you are on this side. So one of the accounts, this is, now we're now going to smart investing shortly. And I'll tell you what sort of, these are different accounts. So whenever we're talking about smart investing, we're talking about your retirement account, we're talking about your future, and we're talking about your present. You have something for your retirement, for your future. Remember, I mentioned something earlier. A lot of people are still waiting on Social Security that might run out by 2032. So if you're in the US, and this is not about US only, always think about what it is in your country. You will grow old regardless of what country that you are in. That you would say, okay, you know what? I'm going to retire on this day or whatever. Either before 59 and a half or at 60, at some point, you would say your body, is either you retire or your body says, I'm tired. Is either you do voluntary or involuntary. One is going to happen. So you need to prepare for those days, right? You prepare today when you are young so that your future self can thank you that you prepared for your future. Stop thinking that your children are going to be your retirement plan. All right? So those are the other things that you need to. So your future, your retirement account, if you're in the United States, you need to have something like 401k. Now, if you are not in the United States, you, whatever program that you have for your future, that's what I mean. You like your pension program. Your pension, you need to make sure that you fund it to the limit that there's always something like a limit. Like in the United States, 401k, if your employer would say, okay, I'm going to match 3% or 6% or 1%, a lot of people make a mistake. They put more than what their employer is matching. That's a major mistake. Stop it. Go and reverse it. And if you are taking less than that, always make sure, look for a way to increase it. Look for a way to increase it. What do I mean? Why is this important? Because, and let's keep tapping out the live. Let's share out the live. Can we share so that some other people can come and learn as we go to Smart Investing? The reason why is you are getting an 100% return on your money off the back. 100% of your money off the back. That's what you're getting. Because if you put in 3% of your income, let's say 3% of your income is $1,000. Your employer matches $1,000. That is return on your investment 100%. That's your money becomes $2,000. So you are shortchanging yourself if you are not matching that. Why? Because that's part of your package. That's part of what they calculate as your package as an employee. Isaac, yeah. That's what you calculate as a package. Now, the other part of it is Alex, latest millionaire in town, welcome in. Right. The second part of it is that if you are putting more than it, there's so much restriction when it comes to 401k or your pension or whatever. What can you do with it? You cannot take it out until 59 and a half. You can't do all of those things. Restriction. So if you put 20% there or 15% of your income there, then you have just restricted yourself to have the money at 59 and a half. To restrict it to the kind of investment you can eat real estate, you can put it in ETF, you can put it in, it's whatever they have that you put it in. Dollar to run, latest millionaire inside, welcome in. If you are new here, click on that follow button. Let's share out the live as well. Let's get a daily at me if you have not gotten your daily at me. And if you're sitting there for 2 minutes, so good to have you. Make sure you click on that follow button. Let's welcome you in. Retirement account. So 401k, just keep it to what your employer matches. That's it, period. The other thing about it is that this is pre-taxed. I mean, it's pre-taxed. So if the money goes in, it's not taxed. Then when the money grows, let's say you put 100,000, it becomes 1 million. And yes, it does increase to 1 million. It gets to 1 million, your 900,000 is going to be taxed. Or the money is going to tax with the growth. That is the downside of this. But the only benefit here is what your employer gives to you. 100% return on your money. Precious Stars, latest millionaire in town. All right. Now, we want to make sure the second account, if you're in the United States, is Roth IRA. In the UK, I think that's ISA. In Canada, I think that is TFSA. It's a tax advantaged account. Maximize at $7,500. $625 every single month. If you cannot do $625, do something. This one, it's post-tax. So the tax is already taxed before putting the money in. But then it grows tax-free. Let's say it gets to 1 million, right? It's not going to be taxed. You're going to get your entire $1 million. This is a highway strategy to getting to that $1 million status. Health savings account is another account for your health. It's a triple tax advantage account, TFSA in Canada, exactly. I use health savings account. Is a triple tax advantage account. It doesn't go, it's not taxed when you put it in. It grows tax free. When you take it out, it's not taxed. But the only thing is that it's for your health related expenses. So you can't use it for any other thing. But you should have it as well. Now, the present, all of this money, they are tied to old age, 59 and a half. That's what you can. Otherwise, you can take it out, but you're going to get some huge penalty, right? So you don't want to do that, right? So that goes to the B. So which account should I open? I get this question every time. So Dr. Lina, which account should I open? Now that you said that these ones are for my future, this is for my health. Then you open a regular brokerage account. This one doesn't have any cap. You can put $10 million there. It can be there and it's growing, right? You buy whatever you want to buy inside it. Nobody has any control. It is self-directed, it's self-managed, is you are the alpha and omega on this account. However, it's going to be taxed, unlike this one. This, no tax. This is going to be taxed. There's capital gain taxes on this. All right. What is Roth? Because what is Roth? Right now, I have a balance of tax of 8. What does that mean? Because Roth is a tax advantage retirement account. IRA, individual retirement account. So I have a balance. I'm not sure what that means. It's not. Is it tax? So if you are owing the IRS, then you need to deal with IRS. You are owing them money, then you need to pay them back. All right. So brokerage is the last account, right? This account you can put as much in there, right? For your present as well, real estate. And lastly, businesses. And the next question you have, any question on that? The next question you have, Dr. Lina, why are we saying, just talking about for my present, brokerage investment? Just think about it as smart investing. This is AKA smart investing. I'm going to talk about it now. Dr. Lina, why are you talking about just these 3? Why not something else? Why not cryptocurrency? Why not MLM? Or what's the other one? Right? Why is it just focused on just these 3? Let me show you. Remember, I promised that I was going to show you I said I will show you the multimillionaires wealth blueprint. You agree with me that you want to become a millionaire, then you need to look forward to the people that are ahead of you that are already millionaires, like likes of Robert Kiyosaki, right? You need to look at Tony Robbins. You need to look at maybe Dave Ramsey. Take some of whatever you want to take out of there. People that are already ahead, right? Like a Warren Buffett. They're already in that, wearing that shoes. If you're new here, make sure you click on that follow button. So one of the things, why do I choose these 3? This is the wealth blueprints that I said, the multimillionaires wealth blueprints. If you want to know, put I want to know. You want to know, put I want to know. You want to know the multimillionaires wealth blueprint, right? Where does the multimillionaire put their money? If you want to know, put I want to know in the comment. Drop I want to know in the comment. Nobody wants to know. Okay, I want to know. Gracious God wants to know. Okay, I want to know. All right, perfect. It's just go on Google. Where does the multimillionaires, where do they put their money? That's it. It's hidden in plain sight. Where does the multimillionaires, what do they put their money? What you can see here, multimillionaires rarely keep their large sums in standard retail checking accounts. Remember, I said this is a distribution center. Yeah, I know you always want me to say it again, right? This is a distribution center. That is the reason why we don't keep our money in the savings account. And I'm going to show you. I'll show you in terms of numbers. So instead, they typically distribute their wealth across 4 main pillars. And you can Google it yourself. Where does the multimillionaire put their money? Private banking and cash equivalent. Emergency fund. That's all that they have in there. It says liquid cash is kept just a little bit in private wealth management account, treasury bills, and money market funds to manage inflation and expand FDIC coverage. So they put some funds that are liquid, right, in nature, such that when there's an emergency, They can take care of it. They don't have to go and liquidate real estate and wait for maybe 30 days for them to close on the property before they can handle their emergency, because they know emergency, is urgent, is immediately, it is immediate, it requires attention. Number two, equity and equity funds. Most wealth is tied up in diversified portfolio. Emphasis on diversified, such as mutual funds, ETF, or direct business investing to maximize long-term growth. Diversification. Remember, I said smart investing, diversification. Real estate, did you what was that? Businesses. That's it. We're looking at where does the multimillionaires, where do they put their money? Number three, real estate. High net worth individuals own high value primary residences, commercial properties, and REITs to generate passive income and act as an hedge against inflation. That's it. Real estate. That's what we have right here. And lastly, specialized structures through a dedicated family office or specialized tax advantage trust. They manage estate planning, consolidate assets, and invest in alternative assets. Abe, latest millionaire intern, welcome. So, study this. Go ahead and Google it. Study it. These are your role models. These are your role models. This is not what somebody is saying on the social media. Crypto is the next thing. Where is it here? I'm not against crypto. They said funds. They said specialized, right? Diversified portfolios. So it means that diversification is key in all that they do. Mutual funds, direct business investments. This is Google. So if you are doing anything outside of this, that is and you feel that, oh, you know what, I'm not gaining financial freedom. I want to get, that is the thing that is missing. And that's the thing that we were not taught. That's the thing we were not all taught. That's the thing. That's the thing. If you're new here, make sure you click on that follow button. Let's tap out the live. Let's get it to 30,000. Let's get it to 30,000. So now back to what we're saying. ETF, real estate, businesses. Now, let me now show you another thing. Let's use this board. Let's go on this board. So please take note. We said real estate. Just stick around. That's what you need to talk to me. Yes, send me a DM. Send me a DM. Okay, that's what we are doing here, right? That's the goal here. That is the goal that we have here. Just stick around. Click on that follow button. Turn on the notification bell. Go on the YouTube channel and subscribe. Get all the resources that is available. Digest it. Trust me. That's what it takes. There's no miracle anyway. If anybody is telling you, oh, I'm going to make you rich overnight, that person is deceiving you. You just follow the steps. Now, what do I mean by this? Right? What do I mean by this? Let's look at 3 people, right? And I want to show you now. We're teaching smart investing. Let's look at 3 people. The 3 of them, let's see. Okay, they are nurses, because a lot of questions are come up on nurses today. 3 of them, they are all nurses. Okay? And do we have nurses in the house? If you are not, do you have all the nurses in the house? Okay? Three of them are nurses. They make, each of them make 100K a year. Each of them make 100,000 a year. Let's keep tapping out the life. I think we're going, maybe we end the class here today and we'll continue from here tomorrow. But I just want to introduce smart investing. Then to today, then on tomorrow we'll finish smart investing. Then we start real estate, and then and of course we look at the financial fortress over the weekend. That's what we're going to do. So let's say the three of them, they make 100,000. And of course, because we've talked about 50%, so they all save 50,000. They save 50,000 each. I want to show it to you. Remember, they still follow, all of them on the same level playing ground. The same career. Kalebo, latest millionaire in town. If you're new here, click on that follow button. Let's share out the live. Can we all repost? Can we share out the live? We'll soon be ramping up with the live. Can we share out the live? Let's repost. Let's get. If you have not gotten your daily at me, please get your daily at me. Fill up the gift gallery. That'll be much appreciated. Let's all get our daily at me. If you have not gotten your daily at me, click on the follow button. You'll be sitting here for more than 30 minutes. I mean, for more than 2 minutes. Click on that follow button if you have not done so. All right, look at this is 50, 50, 50. They just save 50% of their income. Now, let's now see the difference. There's something called the rule of 72. And I'm going to show you in compound interest as well. Rule of 72. It tells you how quickly your money is going to double. What is the rule of 72? Drop rule of 72 if you want to know what rule of 72, if you don't know what rule of 72 is, put it in the comment. You want to know what rule of 72 is, drop it in the comment. Just drop rule of 72 in the comment. Maybe I want to know the people that are new, because all the OGs in the house already know, okay, just my rule of 72. Rule of 72 billionaire. Rule of 72. All right. Is the rule, guys, you need to put the rule. Don't go and be looking for 72. Rule of 72. Thank you so much. Rule of 72. Guys, don't put 72. I'll tell you again exactly. Yeah, you know that new people come in every day. That's why we teach. Rule of 72. Learn how to double your money with compound interest. So before you start asking me, not rule 72, is rule of 72. The rule of 72 tells you how to double your money with compound interest. That's what that means. I did not create it. It's just like the law of physics, right? And let's keep tapping out the life. Let's get it to 30,000. Thank you so much. Get your daily at me. Let's get it to 30,000 taps. All right. Let's get it to 30,000. You're new here and you've not clicked on that follow button. Click on that follow button. Let's welcome you in. So let's see. So it simply tells you how long is it going to take Mr. A, Nurse B. All right, they are all nurses. Nurse A, Nurse B, and Nurse C. How long is it going to take all of the three of them to double their money? That's what we want to know. They are earning 100,000. This is their savings, 50,000. Okay? Because they are very diligent. But I tell you, remember, all of them are doing so well, even doing better than average number of people. But I tell you, something is going to differentiate one person, each and every one of them. So if you have your money in the bank, so somebody decides to put money in the bank, Nurse A puts his money in the bank. Remember what the multimillionaire said. So you understand, where do the multimillionaire put their money? Multimillionaire rarely keep large sum in standard checking account. Let's even say that he puts it in a regular savings account. Traditional savings account, what do you get from that bank account? Put it in the comment. I get from Chase Wells Bank of America, I get about 0.01%. So drop the interest that you get from your, right? If you get almost the same thing, drop it in the comment. I get about 0.01%. Put it in the comment. Let's drop it. What interest do you get from your savings account? A lot of us don't even know that we are getting anything. If you are getting interest from your bank account, what interest? I mean, the United States, so you can drop your own country as well, right? What interest do you? Soft Life CEO, welcome in. Welcome in, everyone. If you're new here, click on that follow button. Let's tap out the live. Everything is so quiet. Can we all tap out the live? 0.02. Thank you so much. 0.02. So 0.02. So rule of 72 tells you AY pumping, right? Dr. CK, Abe, TH, Monso, billionaire, right? Uche, Prince, Joe Smiles. It tells you that take number 72 and divide it by this interest, 0.02. You will know how long it's going to take this 50,000 to become 100,000. So the question is how long it's going to take 50,000 to become 100,000. That's the question. So take number 72, divided by the rate of return. What interest do you get? It's a for a girl. How many years? It's going to tell you the number of years. 72 divided by 0.02. AY pump. What is that? And let's say Nosby on the other end puts his money. Nosby on the other end puts his money where? He puts his money in an IU savings account, or he puts it in a CD. What interest do we get there? So somebody give us the answer, guys. Let's give the answer. We should be wrapping up the live in the next 5 minutes. So we'll wrap it up here and we continue tomorrow. I'm going to show you the compound interest calculator tomorrow. We'll also introduce real estate tomorrow as well. 3,600. Yes, I know. You're wondering that is, right? I know. Yes, it's shocking. It takes you 3,600 years to convert 5,000, 50,000 to become 100,000. So it means that even if you get 72, let's say you get 100 at 1%, it's going to take 72 years. And you'll be like, oh, it's not possible. But that is the numbers. Numbers don't lie. That's why some people are financially stuck. Now let's do another person. If you're getting IU savings account or CD, what interest are you getting? IU savings account CD, what interest are you getting, guys? Tropical Q, welcome in. How are you doing? Remember to get our daily admin. Click on the follow button if you have been sitting there for 2 minutes, right? Smart investing is what we're teaching. We're talking about the 4 pillars of wealth creation. 4%. Thank you so much, Dr. CK. Any other person? 4%. Let's take 72. Just the same thing divided by 4%. What is how many years? How many years? How many years? 72 divided by 4. How many years? Now, we're going to do the same thing if you invested smartly. $18 years. Thank you. Can you see? 3,600 years. It means that in somebody's entire lifetime, Nurse A will never double his money. And you think that, oh, you know what? If only I can make more money. If only I can make more money. If only I can take more shifts. And that is exactly what this person is running. This person is trading time for money, but then the money is not working at all, right? The money remains the same. 72 years. Now, this person, on the other hand, 18 years, the money doubles. 50,000 to 100,000. If 18 years is good to you, for you to double your money from 50 to 100,000, put it in the put if it's okay for you. If it's not okay, also say it's not okay. Right? If any of these numbers doesn't look good to you, you see both of them earn the same income. Save the same way, like set money aside the same way, the same level of prudence, right? Joe smiles. The same level. You can actually read about the rule of 72. That's it. You put it in an IU savings account. That's why the only money you put in an IU savings account, like a SoFi, even though it's a good interest, or in a CD or whatever, is just your emergency fund. 3 to 6 month living expenses, nothing more. Because 18 years is what it's going to take. Now, let's check when you put it in an ETF, exchange traded fund. Where is this coming from? Let's go back. ETF. Look at number 2 right here. Most wealth is tied up. Can you see? Most wealth is tied up in diversified, right? Portfolios such as mutual funds, right? ETF and direct business. You can see it right here. Where does the multimillionaires put their money? Liquid cash kept. So that's what they said. But most, you see it within this bracket, these 2 brackets. What is ETF exactly? Good question. It's a fund that is traded on the stock exchange. Exchange traded fund. A fund that is traded on the stock exchange, meaning in the stock market. Hi, how are you? Oh, you're the one that is always commenting. I see that. Hi, my friend. Hello. So good to have you. I always see it. Hi, my friend. I remember you. So good to have you. Right. If you're new here, make sure you click on the follow button. If you have not clicked on the follow button, we're talking about 3 different people making the same amount, saving the same way, but one person is going to take him 72, 3,600 years. Another person 18 years. And now if this person simply puts it in an ETF, what does ETF mean? Just simple. Where's my basket? ETF is just, thank you so much for getting your daily at me. If you have not gotten your daily at me, get your daily at me. If you are new here, click on that follow button. ETF is just individual stocks versus a whole basket of stocks. This is fund, this is individual stocks. With individual stocks, one question I want to ask you, if the stock market goes, let's say you bought a stock and something happens with that stock, how is even SpaceX doing? I've not checked. How is SpaceX doing? I'm not sure how it's doing these days. Let's assume you bought a stock and something happened with that company. It drops in value. What's going to happen? You're going to lose money, right? That's what it means. You're going to lose your money. But if you put it in a basket with so many other stocks, even if one stock goes down, you are still good because the other stocks are doing well. So an example of ETF is called an S&P 500, an S&P 500 index, which is top 500 companies in the United States. Another ETF could be the entire US stock market. Another ETF could be top 100 technology companies in India. Another ETF could be, it's still, at this point, you're laughing at yourself, Dr. CK. You're laughing at yourself. Yeah. Okay. So, another one is, you can say in Botswana, top 10 real estate companies or top 10, whatever is in the basket. That's what an ETF is, right? An exchange is a fund that is traded on the stock exchange. Very popular one is an S&P 500. Top 500 company in the United States. You can buy it from your own country. Can we keep this SpaceX joke till tomorrow? Can we keep it to tomorrow when we're fully talking? He crashed into space. Oh my God. You guys are not nice. You guys, come on. I mean, some people bought SpaceX. Tired. Some people bought SpaceX and you guys are laughing at them. Okay? That's not nice. I actually saved one of my clients. True, if you are here, make sure you need to pay me extra. She was begging me. She was literally on my case that day. She's in a mentorship program. Dr. Lina, let's buy this thing. I'm not going to buy except you're buying. I said I'm not buying. So then you are not buying. Well, that's how I saved her from this SpaceX. And some people joined online that day and I'm telling them, why are you buying? Why are you buying? Instead of you buying, just go buy a basket of funds. So if it goes down, because if this stocks, they're saying a lot of time people just buy into hypes. That is, you want to be an investor. You don't want to be a speculator and you don't want to be a gambler. So many people think that and you are not a trader as well. There's a difference between a trader and there's a difference between an investor. An investor will do medium to long term. A trader, is buying and selling. That's the difference. I do have mutual funds with Fidelity, but also think about it. What is the fees on that mutual fund? Go look at the fees, okay? Look at the fees and at least understand the fees associated with it, because the fees, most of the time, it's higher than that of the ETF, okay? All right. So, but it's good, right? At least you're doing something. Fidelity is a scam. Why? Why do you think Fidelity is a scam? It's just a brokerage firm, right? Fidelity, what do you mean by Fidelity is a scam? It's a brokerage firm. It's the way you use it. It's just like credit card. If you put it there, it's just like your bank. You put it there, you buy your things. They scam Ugandans. Oh, okay. I don't know that story. We're talking about the Fidelity in the United States, okay? They're talking about the Fidelity in the United States. I mean, I don't know about the one okay. All right, ETF, exchange traded funds, okay? You give us that gist later. Let me follow you. Maybe also you can give me your cell phone base. I'm so all right. Okay, so ETF, exchange traded funds. So if you're new here, make sure you click on the follow button. We are rounding up right now. We'll continue tomorrow. I'm going to be showing you these numbers because you have seen it manually. Tomorrow I'll be showing you the numbers. So I told you $100 can actually set you to the space of millionaire status. So we're going to go this route tomorrow. And then we start real estate. That's what we're going to be doing. Remember, it's the 4 pillars of wealth creation. So I'm going to be showing you these same numbers on the investors calculator, compound interest calculators, and how to share. You're most welcome. So let's say it's ETF. Let's look at the popular ETF. Because why? Because it has track record. It's been around for a while and is averagely returned between 8% and above, averagely, in the past 30, 40, 50 years. S&P 500, because it mimics an index. The index is an S&P 500, Standard & Poor's 500, top 500 companies in the United States. So we're talking about Google, Nvidia, what else? Google, Nvidia, Broadcom, Bank of America, JP Morgan, Caterpillar, Procter & Gamble, Johnson, and companies that have been around for 100 years. All the solid companies. Technology is there as well. So all of these companies are the ones that make up this S&P 500. And as a matter of fact, it's not makeup. They're actually everybody qualifies for it every single quarter. You're most welcome. Everybody qualifies for it every single quarter because they are checking their account. So it doesn't mean that, because I'm not part of S&P 500, next year you will become there. Next year you would come there. Or next 2 years you remain there. No. You have to continue consistently be a top performer, top 500 performer to remain in that top S&P 500. Does that make sense? So that is because it's an index. Now it has returned 8% and above. So let's say that, as a matter of fact, in the past 10 years, it's returned between 14 to 15%. You can actually check it, S&P 500. If you're new, click on that follow button. So let's do the same numbers. It did 14 to 15% in the past 10 years. In the past 15, so in the past 10 years, this is 10 years, averagely. So from 2016 to date, it has returned between 14 to 15%. In the past 30 to 40, 30 to 50 years, and you can Google it, it has returned between 8% to 12% averagely. So emphasis on average. So there is a year, like last year, it returned 18%. Another year, it might return 7%. Another year is 32%. Another year, maybe it return 2%. But averagely, over that span of 10 years, you have put your money, you would have gotten a return of 14 to 15%. So go on Google. That'll be your assignment, because I'm going to ask you tomorrow. All right? I'm going to ask you tomorrow. So research about it, so that I teach you to fish, I don't give you fish. You would understand it. If you can research it yourself, you'll be able to identify some by yourself as well. So just the same way, rule of 72. 72, let's say we take in between. Remember, we are moderate investors. 72 divided by 10, it will give us the number of years. And we say 14 to 15, let's even say 14%. If you take the lower part of it, what time tomorrow? I'm still trying to figure out the time, but typically it's 8 p.m. But what I recommend is click on the follow button, and of course, get your notification bell. And the other thing is that I will tell you to go on the YouTube channel. I'm still streaming on YouTube as we speak right now. So what I would recommend